This message is from the Father. Not only is he extremely furious, but it also has torn his heart. Take this message to the heart. Okay, take this message extremely serious. Extremely serious. The Father says one of the main top reasons why people do not turn to him is because of not knowing the Father the way they should. If they know what he is capable of doing, when they know the things that he has done, the more eager they are to learn him, to know him, not know of him, but to know him personally and intimately, and to get them to read his word and to begin to worship him. This is number one thing that has got Father very angry, and it has torn his heart. So I'm going to give you this message right here, right now, from the Father, directly from the Father. You do not give testimony enough. You churches, you preachers, you pastors, you ministers, whatever, even in the streets, you are not giving a testimony. You are not speaking enough testimony. You churches, you do your worship, you do your preaching, and then you go. You are not making time for at least one person a week to come up and give a testimony. And if you do, and if you have, you've made it shortened. Oh, well, people don't want to stay that long. If the people don't want to stay and hear the testimony of what God has done, let them leave. Let them go. That is on them, God's judgment between them and him, not you. You need to learn to make time. Have a special day set aside in your church. Wherever you preach, online, it does not matter. Hit the streets, tell everybody. If somebody's got a minute to listen, give them a testimony. Tell them of the great things God has done so the people will hear it. The people will want to get to know him. That is what is wrong. They don't hear the testimonies. You don't make time to give the testimonies. Spill your guts. You realize, don't save just the big testimonies to tell. Tell them all the time. I give a testimony every day that he woke me up, and I am blessed every single day I wake up. Somebody every time. I see tons of people a day, hundreds of people a day at my job. Everybody asks me, how's your day? I'm blessed. People take it for granted, but I sure don't. I used to, but I don't. And I will proclaim it all day long, and I don't care who wants to hear it and who don't. There's people who don't say nothing. There's people who rejoice with me. I don't care who don't want to hear it. I'm going to tell you. Give testimony. Do you understand me? Give testimony. Constantly. Pour it out like water flowing out of a waterfall. Give testimony every single day to at least one person. People need to be saved. Too many people do not know God. Don't even know of God. People who hate God with such a vengeance, I can't even speak. I cry and I ask God to please forgive them and to please touch their heart. It is so horrible. Start making time to give a testimony. If nobody wants to listen, too bad. In your church, you from now on, from this day forward, you will make time for at least one person in your church to give a testimony. If it takes 30 minutes or it takes an hour, The ones who want to know God, God will sit there and bless them because they stayed to listen for what the good he has done. So they become closer to God. You deny the people to come closer to God because you don't give God time to be glorified. Oh, well, I glorify him when I preach. Oh, we glorify him when we sing praises. That's not enough. That's not enough, Father says, and he's not happy. Make time for the testimonies or else. He's not happy. He's not happy. And you have torn his heart. What do you have to say for yourself? Tell me, what do you have to say to yourself? Answer yourself that question. Answer the Father that question. Answer your congregation that question. Give the Father time to be glorified. Worship, praise, and preaching ain't enough. Give him more, for he is worthy, not you. Like I said, and like the Father says, if they do not stick around for another 10 minutes, another 30 minutes, let them leave. It doesn't matter if one person stays behind, or it doesn't matter the one giving testimony and you stay behind to listen to it. God will be glorified, and he'll deal with the ones who didn't give him time. Give testimony like there's no tomorrow. Allow everybody to give testimony every single time. If it's every day, I don't care. Some of you need to start giving testimony on social media platforms. Make a video or type it. It doesn't matter. Give testimony. People have got to know what God is capable of doing, how he blesses, how he heals. They need to know. You are not just, oh, well, God does this, God does this. Okay, come on, speak it. Speak what he has done. Why are you holding it in? Why you only share it with one person? Why you ain't sharing it with everybody else? What's wrong with you? You denying the Father? Well, go ahead, deny the Father. And watch your King deny you before him. Testify, testify, testify. Give testimony constantly. Stop refusing the Father time to be glorified. No more. He's had enough. And it's about time you start mending the Father's heart. It's about time you soothe his anger. So start taking heed to his word and his commands. Because if not, well, you know how it's going to end on Judgment Day. Give God time. He gives you all his precious time. I think he deserves a little bit of yours. I'm Mother HEPHZIBAH. This word was from the Father. I love you, and I'm out. I send miracles, blessings, and healings from the Father. I love you all. God bless you all. Again, until next time, I'm out.